Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarva Avastangato Va Yat Smaret Pundarik Akshang Sabhaya Abhyantara Shuchihi Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Yat Kripatamaham Vande Parama Ananda Madhavam Trinadapi Sunichena Tarar Iva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatir Anyata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So last week we heard the chapter summaries for this section. The section which we are beginning today is the section leading up to the killing of Jarasandha. We remember from our earlier studies how Jarasandha attacked Mathura 17 times. But each time Krishna defeated Jarasandha's army and let Jarasandha go back to his capital, Magadha. And the reason why Krishna did that is because in the very beginning, Lord Brahma and Mother Earth requested Shirodakashayi Vishnu to please come and take care of all the demons who had taken over the ruling of the earth. Mother Earth was feeling overburdened because of the military-industrial complex which was arranged by Kamsa. Kamsa had defeated all the demons on the planet Earth and throughout the universe, and he got them under his control. So Kamsa had a United Nations of demons. And so Mother Earth approached Lord Brahma in the form of a cow and asked for relief. And the demigods, headed by Brahma and Shiva and Mother Earth, went to the shore of the ocean of milk, and they offered the Purusha Sukta prayers. Then Lord Brahma sat in meditation and received a text message within his heart. And the message was, yes, I am coming to paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam. I am coming to take care and kill all the demons and deliver my devotees. So Krishna reasoned that instead of killing Jarasandha, that he would kill his army. And in this way, Jarasandha would gather another army of demons. And so 17 times, Krishna rid the earth of the armies of demons Jarasandha had put together. The 18th attack is when Jarasandha combined with Kalayavana and attacked Mathura from two sides. It was at that time that Krishna took all the residents of Mathura and transported them overnight while they were sleeping and put them in a newly constructed city known as Dwaraka, which was in the middle of the sea. And there was a bridge that would connect. And so, while the residents of Mathura were sleeping, overnight they were transported. Krishna and Balaram then set forth to deal with Jarasandha and Kaliyavana. In terms of Kaliyavana, Krishna led him to a cave, and Kaliyavana was killed by the glance from King Muchukunda, because Muchukunda was awakened untimely when Kaliyavana kicked him, thinking that it was Krishna, who was afraid to fight with him. But it wasn't Krishna, it was this king. And when the king woke up, Muchukunda, he glanced at Kaliyavana, and Kaliyavana was burned to ashes. Then Krishna and Balaram led Jarasandha, and they escaped. Jarasandha thought that Krishna was a coward because he left the battlefield where Krishna got his name, Ranchoraji. Actually, Krishna and Balaram did not leave the battlefield because they were afraid. No. Krishna knew that Rukmini was about to contact him, and so Krishna left for better things to do than fight with Jarasandha, who he already defeated 17 times. Balaram also left, and he went off and married his first wife. And then again, when the kidnapping of Rukmini took place, Jarasandha again had to deal with Krishna. But Krishna, and especially Balaram, took care of Jarasandha, and his army was defeated. And Jarasandha went back to Shishupal and said, Krishna has stolen your wife, it's your responsibility. So you could say Krishna has dealt with Jarasandha 19 times. So let's pick up now. The scene is, we are in the assembly house in Dwaraka. So let's pick up from here. Once upon a time, a person arrived at the gateway of the assembly house, and this person was unknown to all the members of the assembly. And so, with the permission of Lord Krishna, the unknown person was admitted into the assembly by the doorkeeper. The doorkeeper was ordered to present him before Krishna, and the man appeared and offered respectful obeisances unto Krishna with folded hands. For it had so happened that when King Jarasandha conquered all other kingdoms, many kings did not bow their heads before Jarasandha, and consequently all of them, numbering 20,000, were arrested and made Jarasandha's prisoners. The man brought before Lord Krishna by the doorkeeper was a messenger from all these imprisoned kings, numbering 20,800. These kings refused the payment of tribute and other forms of submission to Jarasandha. Also, there is a well-known account in the Mahabharata and other literatures that Jarasandha desired to worship Mahabhairava by offering Lord Shiva the lives of 100,000 kings in sacrifice. Being duly presented before Krishna, the man began to relay a message from the 20,800 kings And his message was as follows. O dear Lord, you are the eternal form of transcendental bliss and knowledge. And as such, you are beyond the reach of the mental speculation or vocal description of any materialistic man within this world. Even a slight portion of your glories can be known by persons who are fully surrendered unto your lotus feet. And by your grace only, such persons become freed from all material anxieties. Dear Lord, however, we are not among these surrendered souls, for we are still within the duality and illusion of this material existence. We therefore take shelter of your lotus feet, for we are afraid of the cycle of birth and death. Dear Lord, we think that there are many living entities like us who are eternally entangled in fruitive activities and their reactions. They are never inclined to follow your instructions by performing devotional service, although devotional service is pleasing to the heart and most auspicious for one's existence. On the contrary, they are against the path of Krishna conscious life, and they are wandering within the three worlds, impelled by the illusory energy of material existence. Dear Lord, who can estimate your mercy and your powerful activities? You are present always as the insurmountable force of eternal time, baffling the indefatigable distress of the materialists, who are thus repeatedly confused and frustrated. We therefore offer our respectful obeisances unto you in your form of Kala, eternal time. Dear Lord, you are the proprietor of all the worlds, and you have incarnated yourself along with your plenary expansion, Balaram. It is said that your appearance in this incarnation is for the purpose of protecting the faithful and destroying the miscreants. Under the circumstances, how is it possible that miscreants like Jarasandha can put us into such deplorable conditions of life against your authority? We are puzzled at this situation and cannot understand how it is possible. The kings were bewildered by the suffering which had come upon them. Herein they state that since Krishna has descended to this world to protect the pious and punish the wicked, how was it that Jarasandha, who brazenly transgressed the order of the Lord, was able to perform and continue his wicked activities, whereas the kings were put into a miserable condition? The kings could not understand how Jarasandha, who had harassed saintly devotees and who nourished the envious, could continue to prosper, whereas the kings were being tormented by the wicked Jarasandha. It may be noted, my dear Lord, that Jarasandha has been deputed to give us trouble because of our past misdeeds. But we have also heard from the revealed scriptures that anyone who surrenders unto your lotus feet is immediately immune to the reactions of sinful life. We therefore offer ourselves wholeheartedly unto your shelter, and we hope that your lordship will now give us full protection. We have now come to the real conclusion of our lives. Our kingly positions were nothing but the reward of our past pious activities, just as our suffering imprisonment by Jarasandha is the result of our past impious activities. We realize now that the reactions of both pious and impious activities are temporary, and that we can never be happy in this conditional life. We understand that this material body is awarded to us by the modes of material nature, and on account of this, we are full of anxieties. The material condition of life simply involves bearing the burden of this dead body. As a result of fruitive activities, we have thus been subjected to being beasts of burden for these bodies, and being forced by such conditioned life, we have given up the pleasing life of Krishna consciousness. But now we realize that we are the most foolish persons. We have become entangled in the network of material reactions due to our ignorance. We have therefore come to the shelter of your lotus feet, which can immediately eradicate all the results of fruitive action and thus free us from the contamination of material pains and pleasures. Dear Lord, because now we are surrendered souls at your lotus feet, you can give us relief from the entrapment of fruitive action made possible in the form of Jarasandha. Dear Lord, it is known to you that Jarasandha possesses the power of 10,000 elephants, and with this power, Jarasandha has imprisoned us, just as a lion hypnotizes a flock of sheep. Dear Lord, you have already fought with Jarasandha 18 times consecutively, out of which you have defeated him 17 times by surpassing his extraordinarily powerful position. But in your 18th fight, you exhibited your human behavior as Ranachor, and thus it appeared that you were defeated. However, dear Lord, we know very well that Jarasandha cannot defeat you at any time, for your power, strength, resources, and authority are all unlimited, for your name is Ananta. So no one can equal you or surpass you. Therefore, you are described by the word Asam Aurdva. So your apparent defeat by Jarasandha in the 18th engagement was nothing but an exhibition of ordinary human behavior. Unfortunately, foolish Jarasandha could not understand your tricks, and so Jarasandha has now become puffed up over his material power and prestige. Specifically, Jarasandha has arrested and imprisoned us, knowing fully that as your devotees, we are subordinate to your sovereignty. So now, my dear Lord, I have explained the awful position of the 20,800 kings, and your lordship can consider and do whatever you like. As the messenger and representative of all those imprisoned kings, I have submitted my words before your lordship, and I have presented their prayers to you. All the kings are very anxious to see you, so that they can all personally surrender at your lotus feet. My dear Lord, please be merciful upon the kings and act for their good fortune. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.